Alright, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to blow the air lines. No. We're going to blow all the water lines. Except for the trench water line that we built. And we'll definitely go over that. But today, first off, I have to go and get the bucket. I wonder if a pallet would work better. Let's do a pallet. Alright, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to blow the water line on some of the irrigation system of the property. For longtime viewers of the channel, you'll know that I put a water trench in down to the farm, but there are a number of other lines that have to be blown out. And I'm going to be using the Milwaukee Fuel air compressor to connect to those lines, and we'll blow them out, collect the hoses, put them in storage, and we'll do that for around the house, around the dog run, around the shop, and down by the shed, farm, and greenhouse. So let's go do that now. So in our part of the world, we have what's called a frost-free spigot, and this is usually about a foot long or longer valve that's on the inside of the house. So usually the valve is right here at the stem, but in our country, the valve to turn this off is actually a foot further in the house where it stays warmer. So it's supposed to allow you to not freeze them, but you never take that by its word, and you always make sure you turn them off on the inside and then drain these. So what I'm going to do now is just turn this off. I'm going to go on the other end and open up the valve to release any pressure that's in this line. So it's also a good time to check to make sure that any leaks or anything can be dealt with, and so that you're ready to go in the spring. And on this side, this is where we have our drip line that we use for our lavender, our plants. You can see our sunflowers have run their course. This one did pretty good. That's a tall one. So in the next video, I'm going to till all this and get it ready for roses, I think it is. But for now, we are going to disconnect all these hoses. We're going to get rid of all the water in them, store these on the pallet, hidden in the back somewhere. So let's take this off now. So what I did was I ran a water line from the side of the house under here, and there is a video for that. It's only 18 inches deep, so I do have to blow it out. It comes up here on the back side of this black hose, and then I have a valve here to turn it off, and then the hose lines with a holder on a 2x4. It is leaning a bit, so that will be a project for another day to fix that. But for now, we're just going to take any water pressure out of here, and there's none, so that's good. We'll just take all this off. Just like that. And then we'll take this off. All right, now that the other end is open, I'm going to open this. And that relieves any pressure. And then I'm going to use a combination of the camera work to show you connecting the air hose, blowing it out, and having the water spray out this end. So let me know in the comments if you have to do this in your area, or if you're lucky not to have to do that. And of course, I didn't bring a wrench. But I did find some in the box of the tractor, so yay me. So then I just have a small valve that I can use to regulate the pressure as I'm opening it to the various different ends that we have. And then this end just connects to the compressor, which I'll turn around. And that's like that. I'll close this first because I want to build up the pressure in the tank, and then I'll slowly open it so that I don't build up too much pressure and blow a hole in the line, just enough to get the water flowing, and then we can just do that. I'll start up the compressor now. And that's building up pressure in the tank, and then I can slowly release the valve, and we'll blow the water out. All right, so now that that has stopped, I'm just going to shut this off so that if it starts up again, it won't overburden the microphone so you can hear me. But then all we do is we slowly open this just a little bit. And I can hear it coming at the other end, so let's go see what it looks like over there. Because really that's the fun part. It's supposed to be going down to -9 tonight. I'll put that in Fahrenheit, but I'm going to take a guess. -9. It's probably close to 20 for you guys. 18, 25, I don't know, somewhere in that range. So let's set you up here. All right, you holler when you see water coming out of there. Walk back over, and then I just usually let it spit and spurtle a little bit. I turn it off and turn it back on again, just to catch any accumulation of water in corners and whatnot in those spots. You can also turn it off here, let the pressure build up because it is still running over there, so it will pressurize the entire system. I also take these off because they are just plastic. And make sure you catch the rubber washer. Then you turn it back on. And I just repeat that until I'm satisfied that all the water's gone. I don't put antifreeze in the line like you do in an RV or anything like that. I've had really good luck with just letting it sit. As long as there's not an abundance of water, I'm quite happy with that. Actually, what I'm going to do is, I should have done this before, but I'm going to put this back on, put the hose connected back to it, and blow out the hose as well. Let's try that. The problem with this hose is the fact that it's a cheap hose and it kinks really easily, like there and there. It holds its shape nicely when there's pressure in it, but as soon as you take the pressure out, it kinks up. And it is very cold. So I'm just going to put some pressure in it first. See, like that, gets rid of all that. So it's completely open. So this means this is full of water and air. So we're just going to go and see if we can get some of the water out of this line now. That's just air pressure. There's no water pressure on that. It's just air pressure. So again, we'll just do this a couple times, and then I know that I'll have enough water out of the hoses. All right, let's wrap it up, put it on the pallet, and get on to the next one. All right, let's go back and get the tractor, get that sorted out, and then I'll come back and pick up the hose after. I didn't do the black one because that's a weeping hose and there's no water in it. Get it all weeped out, so that one's fine. I forgot that I left that one closed over there, so that was not good. So now while that's happening, we're going to go drive to the front of the house. So I'm not very happy with the way that comes out of the ground, so I think next spring I will dig this out a bit and make it a bit nicer. And there's Michelle. So let's go pick up these hoses and go to the front of the house. All right, the front of the one is going to be a bit harder to see, but it's in behind this bush. And then the hose runs around the house. So what I'm going to do is set you up over here. Spigot's there, and the rest of the hose is in here. So I'll go and dig this out, and then hook up the compressor, blow out the lines. This hose is kind of my favorite. I think it works the best, but we just kind of bury it in the garden. So I'm gonna have to wait till we get it disconnected before I fish it out of the garden. So what we're gonna do is set you up to watch the rain fall. I'm just gonna turn it off and disconnect it. Turn this on and relieve the pressure. And we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. I like these Gardena fixes, but they do wear out after a little while. But during the summer, it's so much nicer to be able to just disconnect, reconnect it, extend hoses as we need to. So I really like them. They do make steel ones or aluminum ones, I guess, but as everything else is around here, it's so expensive. Let me know in the comments if you use quick connect hose attachments or if you just always screw them in. Yes, I understand that they're probably a lot more reliable, but yeah, this one is actually seals are gone. You can buy rebuild kits for them, which is nice. And now I'll pull the hose out. All right, I'll wrap this up, put it on the pallet, and we'll get to the next one. Okay, so that's on. That's done. Let's move on to the next one. We're at the back of the house. We're gonna have to have a little chat. The only water that's at the back of the house, the entire property, is behind my barbecue, right over there. That one tap feeds a hose here for the hot tub, then goes through the bushes into the dog run to here. It then tees from there, goes around the shop to the corner of the shop, which I'll show you in a little while, and it tees underground and goes over to the shed. So this one's going to be a bit more difficult to film, but basically the way I do it, wow, the sun is beautiful, is I'll hook up the compressor over by the barbecue, and then I'm going to open up the shop one and let all the water flow out of there. Then I'll shut it off, and then I'll work back towards the dog run and shut that one off, and then I'll do the shed right there. So let me get that set up, and then we'll come back at you and show you what we've done. Okay, so what I did was I've connected the compressor to the hose that feeds everything else, and that comes out down there. And I've opened this one, but I'm going to shut it right now. I just did it to relieve the pressure on the line to there. But we're going to go take a walk over to the shop. We're going to open that one first because it's the furthest away, so it's got the most water. All right, so here is the shop one. And we're going to do the same thing. This is my favorite hose. I'm going to say it. It was left here by the previous owner, and like, no matter what, this thing is amazing. It's probably got all the good old-fashioned lead and rubber, and it's just great. All right, let's open this up. Lock that so it's open. This one is open. So I'll set you up here. Then I'm going to go back and open up the valve. You'll see water come out of there. We'll just keep doing that a couple more times, and then I'll come back when this one's done. And we'll leave this hose here. So now we'll go do the dog run. Ooh, I gotta close that one. My thought process of closing this one, because it's the furthest one, is that it won't allow water to go this way as much as it'll come out the dog run. And then we'll do the shed. Now I'll open this one up. How'd that look, guys? Definitely sprayed some water. I'll turn this one off. Compressor is cycling. We'll go open up this one. So open this. Let's put that up like that. Open this up, and I'll go open the compressor again. I'll shut this one off. I love having a wireless, battery-powered air compressor. Makes things so much easier. All right, so that takes care of all the ones that are connected to the house. We are going to go down and do the one at the barn because that's a bit different because of the water trench that I put in. I leave the water trench running all winter long, but I have some lines running off of that we do have to blow out. But first, it's time for the Canopy of Distinction. Yes, I received one sticker. My friend Steve at Outdoor Hobby Guy. I'll put a link to his channel below. And he just recently did a video where he takes out 5 stumps with his backhoe. Fabulous job. It's like a surgeon with that thing. He can go in and out of the trees that he needs to keep and picks the roots out perfectly. He has some really good advice on that and how to use it to protect the trees that he wants to keep around there. Very good. So go check out Steve at Outdoor Hobby Guy. We'll put his sticker up. And also the long-awaited sticker from Luke at Orange is My New Green. He was one of my first stickers on the Canopy of Distinction. He has since got a new sticker design, and he sent it to me, I'm going to say probably a year ago. And I had put it aside, and then I lost it, then we moved it, and then I found it. So, Luke, your sticker is going up on the Canopy of Distinction. So let's go take a look. So there's Luke's old one. We're going to be putting another one. I'm not going to take that one out. That's nice. But here are some of the other fabulous people on the Canopy of Distinction. So do yourself a favor, look up these channels, check them out, including this guy. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more content. You can watch me do the motions of putting these stickers up, and then I will bring you in for a closer look when we get them put in. So the first one does have to be Luke. So we have to make sure we update him. So go check out Orange is My New Green. He is getting ready to do his winter tractor updates, putting on his snowblower, his back blade, and getting ready for the winter. So he's going to go up here. Let's put him on the other side this time. There we go. Luke. Sorry that took so long. And then Steve, I really like your logo, Steve. I think it's fantastic. You'll notice that he has his cottage. I don't know how well you can see that. His tractor. He also has a snowmobile. A personal snow machine. I don't know what you're supposed to call them anymore. Personal snowcraft. A Ski-Doo. But definitely go check it out. He's got some amazing videos of doing the trails in his area. He also does some great maintenance videos and accessories for both the tractor and snowmobiles. So if you like snowmobiles, he's one of the better channels to follow. So Steve, you're going up right on the other side. All right, there we go. Luke, you're on the Canopy of Distinction again with an updated sticker. Sorry it took so long. And over here, we have Steve from Outdoor Hobby Guy. Your sticker is also on the Canopy of Distinction. If you'd like to trade stickers with me, reach out. My email address is in the About section of my YouTube channel. I would love to do a cross collaboration with you with your stickers or a video. So if you want me on your channel or if you'd like to be on my channel, let's reach out and do something together. So now that that's done, let's go do the last 2 lines and we'll have the water project done for the fall. There's Petey. There's the pigs. They were napping. They're coming out. All right. So if you haven't been following along, I put a 4-foot trench from the house down to this water hydrant. What I have done then is because I didn't want hoses running here to fill up their water dishes, that water dish, or run a line out over to the greenhouse and those over there, I put water lines underground, at least for this section. That section was added after, and I just ran it beside the chicken run. You'll see I have a water manifold, this green thing. So the water comes up the steel pipe of the hydrant on this side. controlling here. In the summertime, I have it come through this white hose that leads into the top of the manifold and then splits to my chickens, my pigs, and this garden hose here. So for right now, I'm just going to empty the water out of the garden hose, and then what we'll do is we will open each of these and take the water lines out of the bobbers for the water dishes so that those can be removed. First of all, let's just start up the compressor, and we'll clear this garden hose out. The nice thing is I can just turn off this hydrant, and this stops all the water in this area. So if I just close that, and I do have videos on installing that. There's a whole series, so go check that out. And then I'll relieve the pressure, and then we'll just disconnect this. And now I can connect my air hose to this and clean out all the manifolds and stuff with these little valves down here. So for now, we're going to turn off these two, pigs and the chickens, or chickens and the pigs, or chickens and the pigs. We'll leave this one open, clear the water out of this one. Again, we'll open it up, lock it open, start the compressor, put our adapter on, put it in there. We should just be able to open this. Oops, scare everybody. I'll just clean out this hose. Unscrew this. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to shut off the hose, and we're going to open up one of these. I don't know which one it is, but hopefully it's this one. Okay, and then we'll just disconnect this one. I guess I don't have to tell you how much pressure is going to shoot this water up and hit that. If it's this hose. Let's try to do this delicately. Let's start by having this off. Bit of pressure. And there it is. That's the right one. So what I'll do is I'm going to put a bucket over it, just so it doesn't wet everything. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try that. That's better. All right. Well, that's charging. Let's go do this one. Now, again, this one's a bit of a mess because it was done after the fact. The water line comes underground here, up to this one. Then I have a Y that goes to the white, to the chicken water, the green that goes to the other greenhouse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know what? Let's go to the greenhouse. We'll leave that. So it follows this line here out to the greenhouse. This is where Michelle had her dahlias. They've all been harvested for the year. That was a pretty good success. So this system here will get this stuff out of the way. We're going to open up this line. and this. And I have to go turn the chicken water on, so hold on a second. I now have the chicken water and the greenhouse on. So we can open up this valve and get rid of all this water out of this hose. Okay, we'll take this back, put it on the pallet, and then I'll come back and open that in a minute. Oh, the last one we have to do is the chickens, which is pretty much done now already. So I'll put this on the pallet. It's starting to rain. How convenient. So for this one, we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to turn off the greenhouse, and we will disconnect. All right, I'm going to turn the air on. So the orange is actually iron in the water. We have a very high iron content, and the jarring of the pressure of the hoses is kind of releasing some of that iron. And there we go. I'll take the boppers out in a minute. I'm just gonna get that hose as well. But that'll wrap it up for doing the winterization of our water lines on the property. I do get to keep the hydrant running. And then what happens in the wintertime when I come down every morning and night is now I just get to use the hydrant, just get to use the bucket to fill up their water. And then I just put this, take this off, then I just put this on top to protect the hydrant from the elements. I know it's probably not needed, but makes me feel better. I don't know if I'll do a video of reinstalling it all because it's just putting taps back together. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by Christmas, and with your help and sharing this video and my content, that would be helpful. And we're also getting close to 1 million views, which sounds really exciting. So stick around. We're just gonna go put this stuff away because it's raining, and we'll deal with it in a different video, or I'll just put it in under a tarp or something like that, or I think I have a pool. Let's do that, and that will take care of that for the winter. One thing I forgot to mention is that I will be putting heat elements in both of those bowls, and they both have electricity near them, which will then allow me to keep water in them all year long. So that's something that I'll do off camera, but there we go.